Alright, hello everyone, I'm GKBRK and today I will be showing you how to make a very simple port scanner in Python. It's not gonna have advanced functionality like Nmap or other professional port scanners, but it's gonna be very simple to understand and also easy to extend. So yeah, let me check my stream if it's working, if the audio and stuff is working, and I'll start afterwards.
Alright. Hello everyone.
Okay, sorry about the loud noise.
I will be showing
This seems to be working, everything's readable. Let me pause this and set the quality, and then I'll keep the chat on the right side in case anyone writes something, and I'll also I'll just open my terminal and start coding. So, desktop, port scanner. Okay, now when scanner.py. So this, I'm going to write this in Python, as you can see in the title, and desktop port scanner. Okay. So I'm going to edit the code on this window, test the code on this one, and yeah, I'll have the chat on the right side as well. So yeah, let's start coding. So in order to scan for a port in Python, I'm going to need the socket library. First, let's start with something simple. So to check if a port is open in Python, I'm going to make a function called isPortOpen. Sorry about that. And that function is going to take two arguments called host and port, and it's going to return a boolean. So to do this, so when you connect to an IP and port with Python, if the port is open, it just connects and it doesn't raise any exceptions. But if the port is closed, it's gonna raise an exception. So that's how we're going to understand if the port is open or not. So let me do let me open another Firefox instance and check the Python documentation, since I don't remember how to connect exactly. So sockets Python 3. Yep, there we go. Oh, here's the exception we're gonna catch, by the way. So now it's socket. Oh yeah, I remember a bit. So sock equals socket, and it's gonna take two arguments. So sock.af inet, that is for the internet protocol, and socket.sockstream, and that is for streaming socket. So these are the two arguments we're gonna give the socket library, and it's gonna create us a socket. And now we can do sock.connect host and port, and normally if this doesn't connect, it's gonna raise an exception, but I'm going to catch that exception and return false. So if it doesn't connect, it's going to return false. So try accept socket error, and then I'm gonna return false, and if it doesn't raise the exception, it's gonna return true. So let's test this for ports. Let's also import the system library to get the host to scan on as a command line argument. So for ports in range, let's scan between 70 and 85, so that we get the HTTP ports, and so we don't have to wait for the port scan every time we run the demo. If is port open, so this is going to take the first argument from the command line, which is going to be the host we give it, and then it's going to scan, and if the port is open, meaning if this line sock.connect didn't give an exception, then it's gonna print this is open. Okay, so let's test it. Python 3, and let's scan my website. Can't open. Oh, scanner. I forgot the name of the file, sorry. Okay, AT is open, so that means basically this works. So now we just have to extend it, but as you'll see in a second, when I complete the port scanner, it's going to scan until 1024, which most services use. So if you want more ports, you're going to give it a command line argument that says so. But you'll see the problem in a second. I'm going to scan 1024 ports, and it's going to take too long for a port scanner. Compared to something like Nmap, this is very slow. So you can actually do, you can actually give it a timeout. So sock.set default timeout, if I remember correctly. But doing that won't make it fast enough. And if we do the timeout too little, it will actually miss some of the ports because of lag. So even if we use the timeout, we're also gonna need to use threading. So let me import threading, so we can spawn multiple threads and they will each scan another port. So let me open the documentation for threading. Python threading 3. This one. So if I remember correctly, there is going to be an example at the very bottom using quiz and threads. You know, basically a very simple worker thread example. Worker, I think it's that. No. Quiz. Okay, I'll just check documentation for Python 2. The functions didn't change. I used it with Python 3 before. So where is the worker? Oh. So maybe I don't remember correctly. It's probably on this page. Let's see. Yep, here it is. So I'm going to need to import threading and import qui, and so I'll use these two here, like in this example. So def scanner worker thread, and this is gonna take a host, and I'm not sure actually. Yeah, it can take the qui as well, but should it? Yeah, I guess it's fine. No. Well, yeah, we'll just use the global variable for that. So while true, port equals port qui dot get, yeah, and it's gonna do my neck kind of hurts. It's gonna do this lines here if is port open, then yeah, if the port is open on host and ports, it's gonna print out this is open. Let's format the string and give it a port as well. So yeah, after checking that, it's gonna do port qui dot task underscore done. So basically it calls this, the qui gives it a port, and after this it calls this, it subtracts a number from all the work. So after this has been called enough times, the program is gonna shut down gracefully. At least that's the plan. So yeah, that's all there is to the worker thread. So now let me do port qui equals qui dot qui. Yep. Okay, that's correct. Oh yeah, for, yeah, you know what, let's get rid of these. So for port in range 1024, we're gonna do t equals threading dot thread, and it's gonna have the target function as scanner worker thread, and we're gonna give it the arguments. So we're gonna give it the arguments hosts as, what was it, system.argv1. So that's the first console argument. After doing this, we're gonna set the thread as a daemon thread. Nope. And this basically makes sure when the Python script shuts down, all the threads close with it as well. t.start. So yeah, this oh no. Oh no, that's too much. So this is gonna be, so I mixed up the two loops. It's actually gonna spawn 20 threads. So that's the thread, that's the loop that spawns the threads, and that's gonna be the loop that gives the work to the worker threads in range 1024. and this is gonna give the ports we what puts. So this puts the ports into this list here, and that list is so each time. So to explain this, when we start the program, we spawn 20 worker threads, and each of these 20 threads get one port from this list, and they check if the port is open. If it's not, they return and get another port. So since this is an I/O operation instead of a CPU based operation, Python can run these simultaneously, so it's gonna be faster even with the global interpreter lock. So we're not gonna have that problem, and we do port qui dot join, and after adding all these after giving all these work to the worker threads, this is gonna make sure this is just gonna wait until they're all done. And yeah, let's print done scanning. Maybe after we're done with this, we can add a timer that prints how long it took to scan all these ports. But for now, let's try scanning again. Put is not defined. Put, oh, yeah, this is supposed to be port. Yeah, so it scans much faster, but I still need to set a timeout. So let me search for timeouts. So yeah, socket.set default timeouts. Is it in seconds or milliseconds? Seconds. So sock.set default timeout. Let's make it 0.5, so half a second. I don't know what the default was, but this should be a lot faster. Oops. It has no attribute set default time. Oh, this is for the whole socket thing? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, socket objects. The function here should work, if there is one. Get timeouts. Set timeout. Is there one? Set blocking. Set timeouts. Okay. So we don't need this, so it's just gonna be set timeout. Yeah, let's try this. Oh yeah, it's much faster, as you can see. It scans all ports, all 1024 ports in a relatively small time. So for now, the basic functionality is done and it works, but I will add a few more I'll add a little more functionality, like if the port is 80, then it's gonna print, yeah, this is an HTTP server, and so the person who scans doesn't have to look up all the ports. But I'm not sure if I should make a file or a dictionary for that. Yeah, I'll just make a dictionary. So common ports equals, and yeah, let's just make this. So if it's I'm not sure. How about if it's 80? Well, let's start with 22. This is the SSH port. 80 is HTTP, and then 443 is HTTPS, and what else is there? It doesn't scan until the Minecraft port page, but what was FTP? Was it 23? Let's try that. 23. Oops. FTP. Yeah, I think that's enough for testing. So instead of just printing that, we're gonna print that, but we're also gonna, so after, if the port is open, we're gonna go with another if port in common ports. So if it is in this dictionary, it's gonna print this, and in parentheses this is open. Dot format port and common ports. So let's test it out. Did not work. I guess I can only give it strings as keys. Yeah, that might be it. Port 20. Oh, yeah, I'll fix it. 21. Oops. 21 FTP, port 22 SSH. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, it always happens to me on other people's streams. I have two YouTube accounts. One of them is my email address, and the other is my Google Plus. I don't know why Google didn't merge them, but I always chat from the wrong one. But then I need to change the. Yeah, I need to turn this into a string. And yeah, if it is not like that, so instead of printing it like that, we'll do an else, and then missing a comma. Where? Oh, on the SSH line. Yeah, found it. Thank you, Eric. Port. Alright, let's try that. 22 is that doesn't look like it's working. Common ports. It's in there. Oh, I need to turn this into a string as well. Okay. Oopsie. String. Oh, okay. String. Yeah, I forgot to turn these into strings, so it's complaining. Okay, it works, sort of. Yeah, it works. Let's see if it has. Let's see what happens if it finds a port that it doesn't know the meaning to. Let's YouTube, maybe. I hope they don't ban me or something. Port 80 is open. HTTPS is open. I don't think YouTube has mail servers or something. My website doesn't have them. YouTube doesn't have them. What about just a random website? Samsung.com maybe? Yeah, okay, you know what, let's just hope it works and not care about it. Why not do localhost? Because I don't have many services running, I guess. Let's try localhost. I want to know how well it performs when doing a scan on other computers. So yeah, but let's just do it. I wonder what services I have running. Okay, SSH. This is. Oh, I think that's because I'm running on a virtual machine that only has the SSH server. But can I do my router? Okay, that works. Only 80. What about my regular computer? Nothing. Yeah, probably. So yeah, the router probably works. Yeah. And oops, go away. So what else might I add to this other than more common ports? I can time it, or yeah, let's do that. Import time and so since the worker threads are started on this line, and once you put it, they're all gonna start working on it. Before even coming to this join line, I should start timing from here. Start time equals time.time and end time equals time, and then done scanning. So done. Scanning took that much seconds. And let's put end time minus start time. Okay, that's a very long float. How do I shrink it a bit? Okay, let's go and Python 3. Sorry about that. Python 3 format string floats. Oh, that might also work. Format. Okay. Is this Python 2? No, it's Python 3. String, binary, decimal, octal, hex, numbering base 10. Yeah, but how do I? The float is used. Fixed point. What is fixed point? Oh. So percentage. Oh no, that's not what I want. Oh wait. How does that work? I think I need this one, but I don't know how to modify it. That might be 3 numbers and 2 floating point parts. Fixed point number. Yeah, let's read this one. 4F represents limiting the decimals to 4. 10 characters and a precision of 4 decimal places. Oh, that's for aligning it. Well, I don't know. Let's do it. How did it work? Nope. Colon. Let's do 5.2F. Let's try this. Yep, that's much better. But what about something that takes a long time? Is 5 digits gonna be enough? Let me check if there's any problem with the stream. Okay, the text is readable. Okay, my voice is audible. Oh, just do. Yeah, I figured it out, but yeah, it actually might work, but it's not necessary anymore. I read the Stack Overflow post, and yeah, I think the 2F part is still the same here. Actually, I wonder if I delete the 5 part, it still works without padding it to the right. Oh yeah, it works. Okay, so it's the same thing that you did. No, it's not. It's still too much. Maybe, oops. Maybe 0.2F. Yeah, it worked. Not locally in Windows because I want to use the Linux programs like grep, and I also like bash more, and I also I tried Cybin before, but it gets really messy after a while, and it doesn't support all programs like Vim. I had gvim installed in Windows, but I think I like Linux better. I actually used to use Linux, but my new laptop's graphic card doesn't work with Linux, and so I can't watch videos or play games since it only does software rendering. So yeah, I decided to use Windows for entertainment purposes and a virtual machine and PuTTY for coding. Oh yeah, YouTube delay is not the best. I think it's 30 seconds or something. Is that gonna be enough, or should I add 3 digits? Let's try. yeah, so it works, I guess, and the core functionality works. It's multi-threaded and the speed isn't that bad either. So I was going, yeah, local Linux. Yeah, I have VirtualBox here. So do you guys have any suggestions, anything to add? Like more common ports or more features? I guess I can add a command line argument to modify the maximum port scanning range, so it doesn't always have to be 1024. So yeah, what do you guys say? I don't know if I can modify the description later, but when I'm done with the video, I'll upload the source code to paste.ubuntu.com or org or whatever, and if anybody wants to check it out, they can download it from there. Oh, I can also upload it to GitHub as well. Yeah, let's do command line arguments, I guess. So should I get a should I use the argument parser library or just code something together myself? Yeah, I guess I'll do it myself in get scan range. Let's make a function for it. Def get scan what? Get scan arguments. So this is gonna return the host, the beginning scan range, and the ending scan range. So I don't have to do things like this here. I cannot just do it up there. If the length of the command line arguments is equal to what? To then we return system.argv. Hi, Alex. If you do just multi-threading and not multi-processing, and your operation is CPU bound, meaning it uses the CPU more than network and hard drive, it's not very good. But if you just use I/O operations such as downloading a website, uploading a file, checking if a port is open, it's very good. It's much better than doing it single-threaded. But if you wanna get multi-threading, there is a library in the Python standard libraries called multiprocessing.dummy. I think I'm not sure. You should look it up, like parallelism in Python or something. So yeah, you're not too late. We're mostly done with the core functionality, but we're still adding functions. 0 1024. So basically what this function will do is, if the user gives only one argument, it's just gonna set the default scan range to between 0 and 1024. Oh yeah, jump foot is the best. But yeah, I guess it's the best. Anything's better than vegetables. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Else if there are 2 arguments, then what? That's wrong. Okay, equals 3. Then I'm gonna do this 0 and turn the last argument into an integer 2. So if the end and if there are 3 arguments, argv equals 4, then this is going to set the host, the start range, and the end range. Argv equals 4. No. Oh, I already did that one. I forgot. I'm a little distracted, sorry. Integer system.argv 2 integer system.argv 3. So let's do, oops, why would it do that? Scan args equals get scan args, and then it's gonna do scan args 0, and then this is gonna be between scan args 1 and scan args 2. So I'll explain this in a few seconds after I'm done coding it. Let's also add a bit of an error handling. Else yeah, I guess I don't need error handling. Okay. So what I just did is, if I run it like that, it's gonna scan it. So if I just give it the host, it's gonna scan between the port 0 and port 1024, like that. And if I give it just the host and a number such as 85, this is gonna scan between ports 0 and 85. Yeah, I thought about using argparse, but this seemed simple enough not to use it, and I also wanted to see how it would be. I actually tried using argparse in another project, but it just seemed too complicated. But I'm sure if I had more complicated things instead of like 3 arguments, if I had more complicated things, argparse would make it easier, I guess. But right now I think it just makes it more complicated for such a small number of arguments. Yeah, so if I just give it a host and a number, it's gonna scan between 0 and 85, but if I give it 20 and 85, it's gonna scan between port 20 and port 85. So if you just want to know if it has SSH and HTTP, you can just run this and it will be much faster than running the whole scan. Also, and this way, for example, you can check if there are, for example, Minecraft servers like that, 255.64.255.66. Oop, I wrote 6. That's why it takes so long. So it takes very little time to find the specific port that you're interested in, but if you just want general discovery on a server, you can just run it with host as the only argument and it will just scan the most common ports, and if it knows what a port is, it's just gonna write it, but if it doesn't know it, it's just gonna say 443 is open, but if it knows it, it's gonna say 22 SSH is open. What else? I don't think I need to make the worker thread count configurable. 20 is ideal, I guess. It's fast enough and it doesn't waste all the bandwidth. So yeah, what else do you think I should add? Is this done or does it need more functions? Let me think about that as well. I'm port scanning your host, Alex. Let's see what you have there. SSH, HTTP. Yeah, standard VPS stuff. Do you still run the port 5000? You don't. It's already useful. So I guess I'll add more common ports and I'll then wrap it up if I don't have any more ideas. Common port numbers. Port numbers. How long has it been actually? 51 minutes. Well-known ports. Reserved. Remote job entry. Who uses these things? Echo protocol. It doesn't even show up on my port scans. Yeah, just as I thought. Ports from 0 to 1023 are well-known ports or system ports. 21 FTP. Let's add 23. Let's add Telnet as well. Oh, come on, OBS, go away. 21, 22. Oops. How does this work? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 23. telnet, and oops, 25 email or SMTP. I should capitalize those. FTP, SSH, telnet, SMTP, HTTP, and HTTPS. What else is there? Time protocol, I don't think that much hosts have it. Domain name, yeah, 53. DNS. What else? SQL. Network time protocol. Should I add this? I don't know. Yeah, IRC 194. You don't belong there. Oops. 194 IRC. What else? Apple Talk. AO. Sure. What else? Theme. Maybe, I'm not sure. VLC. Oracle. Yeah, MySQL ports. Three 3306. 3306 MySQL, and of course 25556 Minecraft. What is Minecraft? I forgot the port number. Ports. Yeah, let's just search for Minecraft ports. Oh, it's 25565. Yeah. 65. Now let's try again. gkbrk.com. Oops, something's not right. This. Nope. What is your problem? Oh, missing column. Okay, it works again. I'll just test it on a few hosts and close the stream if you don't have anything to say. Yeah, it takes 9 seconds. Let's try it on Freenode to see if can one detect. I don't think so. With the Python socket module, if you do, you can receive things, so you can detect if people are sending stuff to you on that port, but I don't think you get a notification if you send things. Like if you send something and it doesn't get delivered, you don't know if it gets delivered, you still don't know. At least that's what I know. irc.freenode.net. No, it didn't find the IRC port for some reason. Why not? What is IRC? 194. Chat.freenode.net maybe? No. Damn it. I don't know what's wrong with it. Let's try finding a Minecraft server and port scan that. Server list. And was it irc.mosnet? irc.mosnet.org. Yeah, so let's try this pvp.originmc.org. Two five five six 25566. Okay, it finds the Minecraft port. That's good. Yeah, so Minecraft and stuff works as well. Let's see if they have, let's scan their main website as well. Just to test it, of course, nothing malicious. Yeah, they have HTTP, and I think that's all, maybe HTTPS. Yeah, I don't think yeah, they have it. But I don't think a Minecraft server is that complicated. They mostly use free hosts or just shared hosting, but I don't think they use many services. Yeah, so yeah, I think most of the functionality is working correctly. Here is the code. I will also post it in the description and Reddit as well. Yeah, it doesn't look that nice, but it's not bad either. Like, I guess it's readable. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll give the stream a few seconds to close, since it tends to cut off the last 30 seconds. Yes, so let's make a countdown for 30 seconds. 30 seconds it is. Let me also do this. No? Oh, come on, I'm too impatient for these things. Yeah, goodbye everyone. See you later in your or my stream. Yeah, bye.